What's going on, guys? I'm gonna be showing you how to connect a 4-channel amplifier to an aftermarket amplifier going to your factory stereo, and you don't have to worry about the amplifier that's already comes with the truck. And a lot of this stuff you can do it on other vehicles as well, because it's pretty much all the same thing. It's just about opening panels and finding the speaker wire. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Hook up all your 4-door speakers, your 4 speakers on your doors to a 4-channel amplifier without having to disconnect anything of your amp and of your existing amp from the factory. Check it out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for checking in with JR's reviews and how-tos. Well, on this video, I'm going to show you how to connect, if you're going to want to connect a 4-channel amplifier to your door speakers without having to buy this expensive kit that I was trying to look for. Basically, it's called a loop back. And there's a company out in Arizona, I forgot the name of it, but they never even respond, and they take forever. And you know, if you're trying to get something done, and you know you're ready to install this stuff, and they don't answer, well, you know, you're not gonna wait there like 3-4 days. You know what I mean? So I took out the dash to my Ford 2013 FX4 appearance package edition. Which I guess some of the Fords do have, I guess, like the amplifier already with it. Mine has a Sony. It super sucks, like as y'all seen in the other video I explained. So I end up taking out all my dash. It's all back on, but I end up taking it all apart, and I was trying to find the speaker wires, but I just couldn't find it. So at that moment I went to try to look for like a kit, like a harness that has like a loop back, or where it has the wires. They didn't have nothing like that. Everybody was trying to sell me this kit, you know. It did have all the harness, and it was just ridiculous. It was probably like big old box, and you know, and it had your deal to hook up your outputs to your RCAs, you know, for your other amp, and it was $350, and I was like, I ain't paying that bullshit. So I said, there's got to be another way. So as y'all seen in the video, I had took out the speakers already to these doors, right? And like I said, I saved the speakers. I showed y'all how to get your positive and negative, you know, with the battery, you know, and you know, if it pops out, you know, you know that's the positive. So I already know where that's at. So I'm gonna do the front speakers for now. So check this out. So this right here, you got your white and I guess gray, white and brown, something like that, and then you got a solid white speaker. And instead of going in here, you know, of course, and opening this up, I went ahead and went through here. Because see, the thing is, this truck has an amplifier that's down here in the console. So that's just more crap we got to take off. I said, no, I ain't gonna go through all that. So I said, okay. So these wires, I followed them through here, and then they came down. So I said, okay, they have to be here somewhere. So normally, sometimes to separate these wires, you know, you got so many wires that go to your tail lights, or goes to this, you know, or all kinds of electrical stuff. But if there's 2 wires that are together that go to a speaker, normally they'll twist them. See? So I went ahead and followed these, the same color, and I found them right here. Just pop off your little panel right here where you step. And I found them. Okay, same as well on the other side of the door, which is right here, and this is your right side, your passenger side, and I found them right here. There you go. Here's a speaker, white and orange, and I believe it's like a white and brown. Regardless of whatever it is, they were together. I mean, I'm sorry, it's white and purple. Okay. So I went ahead and cut this, which is the the negative, which ends up being the white and orange, just to double check. And I had the radio on. I clipped them, and everything turned off. So that's cool. So that means I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna cut these other wire, and I'm gonna see where is it coming from, which I think it'd be coming from this way out, of course. And once I find that out, that's when you're gonna have to hook up this right here. Okay, so this is high and low impedance adapter. Okay, and like I said, since it's coming, since I'm gonna be hooking up the RCAs, you're gonna need this. You don't want to hook directly in there, and you got power going through there into your amplifier. So this is what you need, and you could lower down the volume all the way down, and then kind of maybe just give it a little twist and check it out once you hook up your amp. But you just want basically just the information going into your amplifier, then your power comes out, your output. You know what I mean? So I've done this for many years, on all my cars. But when I came across this, it was a little bit more difficult, Like I was saying, and it's just a little bit more difficult on these cars because they have, even cars back then, they would add, they would come already with an amplifier from the dealer, already integrated, just like the F150, my 2013 FX4. It comes with this amplifier, and suppose it has all this stuff, tweeters here. It really sucks really bad. That's the reason why I'm just changing it. So if you go back to my other video on the installation on the door speakers, like I said, I have I put Sirwin Vega 6x8s in here, and like I said, the amplifier that I have, it's 600 watts. It's a Pioneer, and so it's pretty good, and I believe it's pumping actually I think like 75 watts RMS, something like that, close, but it's good enough. So I'm changing it because these speakers suck really bad, and the whole system, supposedly it's a amplifier, and I've seen what it looks like, and it's just, I don't know, the sound is terrible. The bass, the speaker it has that it came with, it sucks. It super sucks. So I'm gonna change that soon, and I'll show y'all how to do that later. So anyway, so basically what we have here, this is what's gonna happen. So we're gonna hook up some speaker wire from here. I'm gonna hide this back here. I'm gonna run the speaker wire back that way. Okay, and then since these are the wires that are going to the door, that's when it's gonna come back from the amplifier, come back this way, into the speaker, because you want to get, that's where you want your power going through, right? So it's going, and it's gonna loop back, and then you're gonna hook up your speakers that come from the amplifier right here. Okay, so that's it, exactly what's gonna happen right now. I don't know what y'all like to use. I like to use this. I would use a butt tie sometimes, but sometimes they're real bulky sometimes, and then what happens is, sometimes you'll squeeze them, and sometimes you'll grab some of the wires, and you don't get like a really good connection. So I like to kind of splice. I'll put one of these. This is a shrinking. It's a heat shrink tubing. That's basically what it is, and it has like a couple of sizes, and you could they're probably, I want to say like 6 inches, so you could cut it in different sections. And if your project's not that big, like this is perfect. It's paid like $5 for this. So that's what I like to do instead, so it won't be so bulky. I'll put it before, and then I'll put the tube in before, splice the wire, slip it through, and then I'll just burn it. You could do it with a lighter or something. I use those long lighters that I use to light up a barbecue pit or something like that. Works just fine. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'll show you exactly right now. All right, guys. So So here it goes. I finally got everything connected, and just like I suspected, it works perfect. I tested it out, and everything sounds awesome. Now I got some real sound coming out these speakers. Okay, so before I put everything together, let me show you what happened, how I did this. So as y'all seen the wires that I showed you guys that I cut down here, right? Okay, so remember, so these, the ones I cut, the ones that are coming, they're coming from the amplifier. Remember, those, I put a wire, and those go to your high and low impedance deal right here. Okay, that's going in this. Remember, from your existing, from your amplifier inside on your vehicle, right? Okay, you see, that's going in there. Okay, and remember, the other ones, remember I cut that. Your other ones, these are the ones that are going to your speaker. Okay, so I ran a wire, speaker wire, that goes back to your amplifier. This is going in, remember. Okay, let me show you. And I was just testing this out. I got my wire. I haven't ran everything through the truck yet. This is just, I wanted to make sure everything worked fine before I put everything back together and start tying up wires. So as you can see, this is temporary here. Got it hooked up. This is my 600 watt amp right here, Pioneer, 4-channel. So remember, so see this wire here is your outputs. Okay, it's coming out, and that's the one that's going out into the door. Okay, and then here goes your RCA jacks that are coming from your high and low impedance deal right here. See, those going into the amplifier. You hook those back up. The wires that were coming from your vehicle, they go in here, goes back to your amplifier. From your amplifier, you got your speaker wire, and it's coming back this way. See, right there. It sounds awesome. And then you have you adjust. What I usually do, I turn the amplifier all the way up, turn my radio all the way up, and then you got these little 2 channels right here where you can adjust the volume. So I would turn all that all the way off. Turn your stuff all the way up, your amp, then start adjusting this right here. I do it till my like whatever music you listen to. I listen to a little bit of Tex-Mex music and hip hop, like underground stuff like that, you know. So I like to listen to that. I turn it up there, adjust my equalizer. I kind of keep my treble a little high. My bass, I put it in the middle, and my mids, I kind of keep them a little bit past half. You know, that's kind of like, that's a pretty good sound like that. If it has too much bass, you know, I can, or needs bass, I'll just go up on the bass on the equalizer on the factory radio. But like I said, that's the way I have it. And on this right here, the way I did mine, and that's on my deal, you know what I mean? It was, I want to say, a little bit past the volume. I want to say it was probably like 3/4, you know what I mean? So I went half and then go a little bit, and that's the way I did mine. And so this is basically it right here. So now all I gotta do now, see, I put this shrink deal right here. I told you about that. I just push it over like this, cover it, burn it, and there it goes. I'm all set. Now I'm already, just once I get all this tied in, this is gonna go hide right here. I got plenty of space right there. So this is gonna go there. If I ever need to adjust the volume, I can pop this little panel out here and mess with it right there. But that's pretty good the way I have it. So I'm gonna tie everything up right now, and then I'm gonna start already. Dropping in my my battery cable that goes to the amplifier. And this is just temporary right here. Okay. So, like I said, everything came out just the way I expected. It's the same process for your back speakers. For right now, I'm going out of town, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it like that. These front speakers, and that's loud enough for me, because the problem I had is listening to music, and it sounded so low, and I had the thing all the way up, and you know, the rear I really don't care. So but like I said, I do have a 4-channel amplifier. I will be hooking those up, and it's the same process. It's all I'm gonna do on these. I'll just find the wire that drops back on this panel here, because it goes right through here, and just find that wire and do the same process. All I got to do is just run the speaker wire, which you're probably looking at about maybe 6 feet, and that's it, and it's all good. So I didn't want to leave this out, because I did say in the video, you know, as I was filming it in parts, I did say that I was not gonna hook up the back speakers, but I ended up doing it because I said, well, I'm already here. So just letting you know that what I did, I took out the panel on the back side. I took the panel on the doors in the back, took it off, took out the speaker, and the wires that are running from the vehicle. All I did was run once I had them out. So what I did, you pull this little plug out here. I'm sorry, right here, as y'all can see, right there, like that. And I ran a wire coming in from the door, a little small wire, thin wire in here, and it came out here. So what I did, this panel, you don't need to take this panel off. Just take this little rubber off. It just pulls off. Pull this to the side a little bit. Stick your hand in there. It's kind of good if someone's helping you. They can straighten this out as you put the wire in here. That little wire, you're going to tie it to the wire that you're going to run, that's going into your amp. It's coming out. So you're going to put it in. You're going to hook up your speaker. You're going to tie it in, and then you're going to feed the wire, wrap it in with the wire, tie it to the wire, your speaker wire, run it in through here, have someone try to shove it in from here this way with your panel off, and then you're going to try to catch it on this side. Pull this, just kind of force it, so it'll open, and it won't break. Don't worry about it. You could open it about this wide. Stick your hand in there, grab the wire. Once you get a hold of it, just yank it, and all your wire's gonna come out, right? Once all your wire pulls out, you know, you got it all hooked up, then you just put your speaker back in, and you're gonna run it through here under all this stuff right here, and it's gonna come back around, and that's where I have it. As you can see, the same thing I did for the other door. See, I got all 4 channels jamming right now, and just trying to I wanted to go ahead and explain that to you guys, and it's really simple, like I said. And this door's way easier to take off than the front. You know what I mean? It just has in the other video you'll see just 2 screws, one here, and you pop this out in the middle, and you got 1 screw in there, and then you got this right here. You just pop this little panel off up here, and you have 1 screw right there, and that's it. And it just the deal just comes off. And if y'all see in the other video, I explained to y'all how to take this off. It's the same thing as the front, but this one's real quick. And that's pretty much it. And just letting y'all know, it's really simple. Y'all just make sure and check that out, and that'll get your speakers in the back. You got your 4-channel amplifier, and that's it. And pretty much, and check this out. So you're gonna need, since you have since the low and high impedance adapter, it only had 2 channels, so you're gonna have to buy one of these. See how it comes from there, from the adapter. I only have the left and right, but you really don't need a 4-channel, because like I said, you just get one of these. Look, so it's gonna be let me grab, let's see, this right here. So it's gonna be 2 males, and it's gonna go to 1 splices into one female, and you're gonna plug that into one of these, and that'll get your 4 channels going. The only thing you're gonna be missing is that if you wanna like switch the fade from the front to the back, you won't be able to do that because of that. But I mean, why would you want to do that? You know, anyway. But the only thing you can do, you can separate left and right. You know what I mean? But like I said, I mean, who does that? You know, the only times I would do that is like when my son, I had him in the back and I was trying to jam in the front on the long trips, and I had to have it a little louder in the front. But like I said, you know, that'd probably be the only reason that I would use that, but hardly ever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I ended up hooking up the back as well. Okay guys, so check this out. Everything's complete now. I'll show you how I ran this. Okay, so this is where I tapped into. Ran my power wire here, and that's where I hooked up right there my amplifier. I went through this side where it's closer to the post. You can still cover your deal right here with a protective rubber cover. So here we go. Like I said, I ran it through here. I had to put my caulking through there, through the hole. That's where I ran my power wire. And this is where you got your low and high impedance deal right here. And everything's just running right through here. Your remote wire, the one that shuts off the amplifier, I hooked it up to here. You can hook it up pretty much to any. I like to hook them up to the 10 fuse that shuts on when you turn your key on. And even though when you don't turn on your engine, you still turn the key, your radio turns on, and you still want that to turn on, because you know, if you want to jam it out without having your vehicle on, well, you can have it playing. I'm trying to find right here, where is it at? Okay, here we go. So I hooked up to number 38, which is, let's see, number 38, which ends up being your delayed accessory 110 volt power point radio with the 10 amp fuse. That's where I hooked up my deal, and that's right there, as you can see. The blue wire kind of tapped into that. There's plenty of room here. That's where I'm going to put all my covers in, and that's it. I just want to show you guys. So everything comes right through. I'm making sure that I'm not covering any of these holes. That's where the little panel goes in. I don't know what you call it, like the step panel or whatever. So that's pretty much it. And there goes your amp right here. I had different areas that I wanted to put it. It didn't. I'll try to put it in here, and that didn't work because this sits so flat. It hits it. It won't even close. I even pulled the latch in the back to try to make this come forward, and then I put that in the back, and it's tight, and it's gonna be pressed against, and that's what you don't want. You need to get some air, give this some air so it could breathe, especially if you're gonna be jamming it for a long time. I go on long rides, long trips, and I'm jamming, and you know, you need to get some air in there, some ventilation in there, and it would be like just against it, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to do that. And like I said, I had this amp already before, so I've already had this. But sometimes they have the newer amps. This is an old amp, so the newer ones, they're small. You can find small amps, and they're probably easier to fit maybe somewhere else, you know what I mean? You know, under the seat is pretty tough as well. You got too much stuff under there. But like I said, That's it right there, guys. And you know, I tied this up all neat right here, as y'all can see, and that's pretty much it. It runs through here, comes out to the back. This right here, I'm gonna replace this later on because this woofer sucks as well. I'm either gonna put another subwoofer in here, another 8-inch, and hook it up to another amp, and see the way that sounds. But it has to be, I don't know if it would fit. I gotta check it out. I mean, it would have to, I get the measurements, and it would have to be like a shallow mount subwoofer. And let's try that, or either just get rid of the whole thing and just put a whole new box right here, and at least put like a strong, a good 8-inch. I've seen some 8-inch subs that run about 500 RMS, which is pretty damn powerful, and that's damn good enough bass, you know, for your personal hearing. And you know, you can still hear it a bit on the outside, but I mean, you want to get something really crazy and stuff like that, you're gonna need to go with you're gonna at least need to go with two speakers that are at least 500 RMS. I've had some on another truck that was I believe they were like 375, and I had some massive audio pushing it, which was I think it was like it was 1,000 watts, 1,000 watt RMS, and that was just perfect, and it did the work, and it sounded pretty good. But like I said, I don't want to get too crazy with this, you know. But anyway, so that's it, people. Y'all got any questions, just drop a comment down there, and just go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing more videos on other things and stuff like that. A little bit of everything. I'm like a jack of all trades, so it might be a little bit of construction, might be a little bit of the stereo stuff, speakers, house speakers, just stuff like that, electronics and things like that, programs and DJ stuff. So yeah, make sure and check it out, and like I said, I'll have more videos and stuff like that, and I'll do another video on the subwoofer build, maybe if I build the box, and see what that sounds with an 8. I really plan on doing just a 1/8-inch subwoofer, not a shadow mount, just a regular one, and you know, so it could be about 500, because I haven't seen one with that much watts that's a shallow mount. I've seen it like 350, you know, unless maybe y'all seen it, but you know what I mean, I'll go a different route. Oh, and another thing before I forget, when you put this box back on, I made a little small cut, little snip with some tin snips or some scissors to cut tin metal, and I just kind of opened it up like this. So when I put it on here, the blue wire, the blue remote wire comes out on the bottom. Okay. So alright guys, well, thank you for checking out the video. Leave your comments, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have some more stuff. Alright, peace.